stay like that forever. Yep,
Yeah.
look like that.
That's
yep.
awesome.
And
you could put anything in there, right?
Oh yeah. I've if you scroll through my Instagram page, I make these resin eggs, and I've done some Star Wars figures with Grogu. Some people call him Baby Yoda. I've done some glow in the dark pigment. So as it sits there, I've done some LED lighting in there to where you just flip a switch on and the whole egg lights up.
Could you put photos in there?
Yep.
Like some old photos?
Oh yeah.
And have 'em-
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
My daughter just was married a couple years ago, and she has her bouquet and everything. So we made a resin mold of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
this
Yeah.
one is
The
impressive.
possibilities are really endless.
Sure.
You know, and that's where, like I said, you're constantly learning and trying new things, and it's really trial and error. There's all kinds of online communities that you can join, and people are very helpful. You know, there's one website that I was on, and a gentleman was overseas over in the UK, and he was having problems with scratching on his resin. He couldn't get it clear and polished. And I said, well, are you cleaning your pads? He's like, what do you mean cleaning my pads? And so I sent him a link of what I use, and he sent me back, he goes, that's what it was.
Huh.
You know, and it's just that kind of thing. And I love helping people just grow and explore different things. But, like, it's just trial and error.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen his business card? It's made of wood, too.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
What?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
My dad, my dad was a farmer, and he instilled a lot of things into me. But the one saying that really stuck with me is, you get one chance at a first impression.
That's true.
Make it count. And so I came
nice,
across
right?
this company that makes
That's
cards
crazy.
of wood, and I said, what better,
Yeah.
way to broadcast for my business. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
So these boxes, let's maybe, why don't you grab that box back there?
Yeah,
It looks
so-
like it's got layers into it.
Yeah, so this is a jewelry box here. So this is made of bird's eye maple, and I used wenge accents. So it's got a wenge lift, and then this is all crushed velvet lining, and all of these come out. You can make them larger, smaller compartments. This comes out as well, and this is for earrings or rings that you could put in there. And then I use genuine leather for the lifts to come up out of here, and then there's other little storage compartments down there.
I'm just going to kind of show this to the camera here. That's awesome.
The
And you can adjust, you said the...
yeah, these completely come out,
Right.
and you can
Make it
take these
smaller,
out
bigger, or-
and make it smaller, bigger. So if you've got larger pieces like necklaces that you want, you can do that. The hinges are a Brusso solid brass, and it's a 95-degree stop hinge, so it stops it from falling completely over. I do keepsake boxes. I've done urns. Lost my brother-in-law about 2 months ago, so I made an urn for him. My father passed in 2020, and that was one of my favorite things that I've made, was an urn for
Yeah,
him.
how awesome.
Yeah, I've done pet urns.
Yeah, you need to get in with like Mark Thomas. We had
Yeah.
him on the show.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do quite a bit of the pet crematory. And
They
different
do,
things.
yeah.
That's
They're
a
off
growing
of
biz.
seminary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a growing biz right now.
it is. It
People,
is.
I have no pets, but people will spend some money on their pets. I know that. So what is there anything new or that you're trying to experiment or messing around with?
Yeah, I've always got new product coming out. I always try to bring something different. I set up for the spring drive and the fall drive out at Prairie Moon Farm. And I always try to have a brand new product. So right now I'm working on a wooden amplified speaker for your phone. That
Like with a Bluetooth?
Um,
Or you plug in, or
amplifier?
It's really, I was gonna have some made for this, but time constraint. But it will hold your phone at a 45-degree angle, and then your speakers are on the bottom.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever noticed, but if you have your phone and you cup your hand, you notice how
Yeah.
loud it is.
Yeah.
You can do the same thing with wood. So I made a trough and then had some holes coming out so the sound is directed directly at you. And so you could just sit there and you don't have to hold your phone and worry
Right.
about it. It'll sit
That's
there.
cool.
Dang, I would buy one of those.
Yeah.
Because I always notice, like, I'm in my bathroom, if I'm getting in the shower, I
Yep.
like to have music, but I will take my phone, like you said, almost in the corner.
Put on
Yep.
the corner. I
So
do the
it's
same
on
thing.
on the bottom.
Yeah.
So it's like
So you
a
get that
little-
reverb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
do?
I put on the corner by the wall, so
I do.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
louder.
Speaker down. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. And so I'm experimenting with the different size of the holes and the depth of the trough because I want to maximize the volume output. And then, of course, you've got the iPhones, the volume buttons on the left, and the Samsungs, they're all on the right. So it depends on which phone you have, is if you want a right or a left trough, because you don't want your volume buttons down,
Right.
Yeah.
where you can't control it. You can always pause it from the screen. Everything's touch screen now.
It's crazy how much the Apple and Android people there's
Oh, it's funny.
different.
Yeah.
And like I have an Android, I'll probably always be an Android guy, but
Yeah.
I'll send someone a message and they're upset that it's like a green.
Green, not blue.
And instead of answering my question, they'll come back with, "Why is your message green?" You know,
Really?
like, "Why you still have an Android?" And like, there's like
You're gonna change at some point.
I don't, man. Maybe if it's the only option.
That's the American way, isn't it? There's Ford, Chevy, there's Coke,
Yeah.
Pepsi, and
Yeah.
Android and Apple.
I
So-
have no tech skills whatsoever. It's taken me so long to figure this Android out. I can't imagine starting over with the Apple. I
Apple is
really-
easier.
Yeah, that's what Apple people say. But
Yeah,
that's a
I got
whole
an
other-
iPhone, but I have a PC, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's the one thing that I found in making my content. When I film on my iPhone.
Yeah.
But then when I go to transfer it over, like I can see it when I plug it in, but I transfer it over on my PC, and then the image goes away, and it just gives me a number. And I'm like, ooh, I gotta watch this and title it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Right.
I started getting some GoPros and
Yeah.
filming with that.
That's good. Do you film like from your perspective, or do you?
I try to move the camera around a lot.
Okay.
I've got 3 different tripods, so
Oh.
I'll shoot. Like I'll just let it run.
Yeah.
So I've got hours and hours of content,
Okay.
and then we try to chop it up. Ideally, I think 45 minutes to an hour is about the right length for a full length, and then YouTube makes it where it has to be 3 minutes or less.
Yeah.
For a short.
For a short. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's like like trying to compete with TikTok.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and all that stuff.
That's what the
it's just-
shorts is doing. Yeah.
It's funny, my demographics. It's really broad. The shorts, you've got that 17 to 25 range because they're like that. I call it the microwave era. It's
Yeah.
like everything's
Yeah.
quick, short.
People don't want to watch long videos.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Next.
And then, honestly, about 45% of my followers and customers are in that 30 to 50 range.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people that watch the long format videos are people that enjoy watching your content.
Yeah.
Yeah, like their followers, and people
Yeah.
that watch the shorts are people that ended up being there, and they might watch, they might not watch, but they just keep scrolling down to the next one. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
and
different
honestly,
audiences.
like I appreciate anybody watching it.
Yeah.
And I've always watched, other YouTubers and everything. And, they always say, just please like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Cost nothing, and it means the world. And I can't tell you how much that does mean. Like just a little push button of like, and it just it gets it within the algorithm to where it sees more.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the internet has definitely allowed us. I always say when you ask questions, just Google it. Go to the internet, go watch a video.
Yeah.
You can learn, how to change the plumbing in your kitchen
You
from,
really
from a video.
Yeah.
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 You'll probably have some mistakes along the way, but you'll get it done.
Yep. But that's hands on. Just do it. That's what I think is lacking today. Is a lot of people just don't. They don't have the time to do it. That's the biggest thing.
That is.
But I get the enjoyment out of that. Of the gratification of
Yeah.
fixing it yourself. Sometimes it costs more.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're well more into the product, like a lot of this stuff, I would never get paid enough for my time that goes into it, you know, especially on like some of the big resin tables that I'm making right now. A table that I'm making for a customer in North Carolina, I've been 2 months on it, you know, just because you got to let it. It's 2.5 inches thick and a little over 6 feet long and about 40 inches wide.
Whoa.
And that resin has to cure for about 30 days before, you know, you can really start to work it, and then you kind of go from there.
Yeah. So you're doing it. You're making like $1 an hour, maybe.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, but you're loving what you're doing.
Exactly.
You're putting out some amazing products.
Don't get me
man.
wrong. I mean, I make money on the
For
product,
sure.
but like time wise, if you look at the general time wise,
Right.
you know, if you break it down that way, where somebody's maybe making whatever $15-$20 an hour, or you go to a mechanic and they have a shop rate.
Right.
So.
Yeah. No, and I am really impressed with your work, Brian.
Yeah.
You've done a good job. I
Very
appreciate
nice.
you bringing in all of this stuff and talking with us.
Of course.
I'm sitting here thinking, too, I am a terrible gift giver. I mean, I just flat out suck at thinking of good gifts. And the whole time we've been sitting here, I've thought of probably 10 or 20 things like,
Yeah.
oh, that'd be a great gift for my parents, or a great gift idea to do something, you know, like that, or put
Yeah.
pictures in it, or whatever the heck, man.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I have a laser engraver, so I can engrave, you know, personalization or names. It's definitely a great gift, and that's where a lot of the stuff goes to as well. So
If people want to buy your products, where they can go? Can they buy online?
you can buy online. My website is bwdesignworks.com. I have a secure checkout that goes through Stripe. You don't have to have anything special set up. You don't have to subscribe. You can check out as a guest. I do carry my products over at Innkeepers. They stock some of my stuff that's over there.
Yeah, I've seen some of that. I didn't realize it was yours.
Yep.
Good.
Yep, that's my product that's over there. Ben and Jess have been very nice with me, and they carry it in there, and then I set up on the drives for anybody that's local. But as far as, you know, like out of the state of Illinois, I do ship. I usually ship out UPS, but they can go buy online, and then you can find me on any of the socials. I do Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and it's BW Design Works.
BW Design Works, and
Yeah.
that BW is Brian Walters, guys.